Alright, I've never done an unboxing video before, and I usually find them kind of boring watching other people unwrap their presents. And for me, it's always a nerve-wracking moment for three reasons. Three questions that I immediately have to face. First of all, did the thing arrive intact? Second of all, is it what I thought I was ordering? And third of all, if we're talking about a sword especially, does it actually fit me in terms of grip, length, balance, weight, all the things that I can't tell from seeing the specs of something and the pictures of something on a website. However, just because I have the opportunity today, I figured I would do an edited unboxing of this, which is my first Ryansword purchase. And this would be, theoretically, a Ryansword Honsan Mai Tachi. Now, as you can see, it comes in the infamous styrofoam package that's covered in an entire roll of yellow packing tape, which is always a pain in the butt to get open. So the first thing I've got to do is find the seam, cut it open, and then we'll go from there. All right, what's in the box? Well, very small blowgun and the prize. Let's take a look at the very small blowgun, which I suspect is an interesting new way to pack a certificate. So let's get this apart quick and confirm that it is a fancy sword certificate. We will read this later because that's not nearly the nerve-wracking, exciting part that I'm looking forward to. Okay, so the sword is in plastic. It is in a very nice brocade bag, which I kind of expect from certain Chinese forges. All right, semi-moment of truth. What did they send me here? Come on. Aha! Well, that looks like what it's supposed to be. Let's hang on a second and we'll get a better look. All right, got the outer plastic off. I will post a picture of what it looked like on the website versus what it looked like in person. I would say, initial impressions, a little bit heftier in the build than I expected, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Got a nice matching set of copper fixtures. Decently finished hardwood saya. You do have a full wrap of, let's take a close look at it. Got some black same under part of this wrap, but not, strangely, not all of it. Some visible under the extended sageo, which if you watched my previous video, that elaborate sageo is actually supposed to be the belt itself, not something to secure it to your belt. It does have same kind of leather hangers as the other one. Matching fixtures. The Suba looks a little heftier than my other one from Ryansword. Double pin. Really like the Makugi. That again is just tacked in there. That's that Sarote ring. And it's quite cold from sitting outside. All right, shall we? Moment of truth. What's the Well, the is kind of two-part. One, there's no plastic on the blade. It is oiled. No obvious rust. We'll clean it off in a second. The scabbard. Uh-oh. I don't know if you can see that in there, but it looks like somebody stuck some chewing gum in my scabbard mouth to make it fit better, so we're going to have to do something about that. But let me get this blade cleaned off, and we'll get a better look at it. Well, poop. Or maybe not poop. Depends on how you look at it. Shall we say the poop is in the pudding. Well, it's not what I ordered, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, and I just confirmed it against what's on the certificate. Now, on the website, they said this was a 1095 Damascus Honsan Mai construction. However, they only wanted The list price was $350. So that seems to be pushing the boundaries of, too good to be true. According to the certificate and what it appears to be, this is supposedly a 1095 monosteel construction that is indeed clay tempered. It's quite a high polish on it. Very attractive Hammond. Balance point is very good, actually. It's like barely 3 inches above the Habaki, so that's a really good balance point. I haven't gotten it on the scale yet, obviously, but it feels like about, I'm guessing, 2.5 pounds. With 28-inch blade, it's supposed to have about 10.5, 11-inch Suka. Grip feels pretty good. It's pretty stout, but it's not an axe handle. It is a rather attractive presentation. It's very sharp. And the blade planes are quite perfectly even. So, not quite what I thought I was getting, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Now, one of the things I was prepared for, which they did get right, is it does have a deeper sori than the average sword. That's about, it's about 1.5 inches of a curve as they guesstimated it. So let's see how that works for me too. But I mean, otherwise, trick is we need to see how it works. See how the scabbard fit is. Like I said, there's some gunk in there. But not bad. Draws smooth. So, to be continued in a more in-depth video, but thank you for sitting with me through this nerve-wracking moment of mixed emotion. One other thing to say about this particular delivery, though, this is something I've run into with other Chinese manufacturers that kind of promise more than they can deliver. They'll say like 72-hour shipping, and it's like, well, 72 hours after what? In this case, the listing on Ryansword specifically said 20 in stock. I put in my order, and a couple of days later, they write me back to say, oh yeah, we got your order, your payment. We'll go ahead and put this order into the smith so they can get around to making it. And that's not what in stock means, guys. That would be like me calling up the grocery store and saying, you got any bread in stock? And they said, oh yeah, we got plenty of bread in stock. And I get down there and there's no bread. They say, oh, well, just put your order in to the farm to harvest your wheat and then make the flour. And then we'll send that to the bakery and in a couple of months. Yeah, so took me 2 months to get it, of which about a week and a half was shipping, which is about normal for SF Express. The other thing is, unlike Ryansword, they didn't give me an option of shipping. It was SF Express or nothing, and the rate was surprisingly high. It was $64. Now, I'd been paying about $50 with Ryansword, and I've heard that SF Express has been going up in price, so that might not be on them, but I would have liked to know that up front before I got to my cart. Anyway, we'll see how this thing performs and do a fuller video later. But until then,